Who here has no idea about meditation? Okay, great. Okay, so when I put my hands like this and wrap up my feet like this, you don't know what I'm talking about? You don't know what I'm talking about? Yeah, everybody's got an idea of what meditation is. We've picked up so much information from our environment, and unfortunately quite a lot of that information is wrong. So before I start going into about what meditation is, I'm going to start going into what meditation isn't. Meditation has a history of misunderstanding, and it's not just a modern problem, the myths of meditation. Every time meditation comes into a new culture, these myths arise. And the first myth is that meditation is thoughtlessness, that meditation is no thoughts. The first noting I can see of this is about 1,500 years ago in ancient India. And at this time, the Indians knew that meditation required thoughts to be effective. And the Chinese, at this time, had recently been introduced to meditation. And they caught the bug. They caught the meditation is no thoughts bug. And in the middle, we have Tibet. And Tibet didn't really know what was going on at the time. So they held a debate. And between the Indians and the Chinese. The debate lasted for 5 days. And at a particularly heated point in the debate, an Indian speaker by the name of Kamasila said the following: "There's a particular place, a kind of hell, for heterodox yogis who erroneously believe that meditation is not thinking. That place is the realm of beings without minds, who, after death, spend 500 eons as mindless, drooling zombies." Wow, that was a pretty big burn. 2 days after that, the debate was done. And the Indians won. And we have Tibetan Buddhism as we have it today. That meditation is thoughts are a very important part of meditation, a part of how meditation makes sense. How meditation is logical and rational. It's part of the mechanics of how meditation works. And the second myth that arises is that meditation is easy. Meditation is easy to do, but it's very hard to understand. You can learn meditation in 10 seconds. You can learn it in Vogue or Dolly magazine or any number of blogs that are suddenly popping up. But it's hard to understand what it is. And if you don't understand something, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to do it. Meditation needs to be understood by the individual. For each person has their own little hang-ups. And you get a teacher to work through those for you. A teacher can teach you how to meditate, but you can do that on YouTube or you can do that anywhere else. But to really understand meditation, so you can work through it, you find a teacher, and a teacher will help you with that. And there's benefits in that understanding. Another Mish. Another Mish. I think that's a particular menu item on... anyway. Meditation... Sahara. They've got good Mish. Meditation only works when you're good at it. This is a myth. If you're going to be casually meditating, if you're going to be meditating 10 minutes a day, you'll be fine. Because if you're doing that and you're following the process, it doesn't even matter if you understand meditation, really. What you're going to find is that you're going to have deep rest. And even if you have, and when you have deep rest, you're going to have a reduction in stress. And this is so important, and this is so beautiful to know that those of you out there who think that your minds are just running constantly and you could never get them to stop, well, great, meditation is no thoughts. And no matter what you do in meditation, you're going to come out the other side feeling better, clearer, more ready to take on the day. No matter what you do inside the meditation, it's going to help if you understand, so you don't get all upset about, I couldn't think properly, or whatever, anything like that. None of you sound like that. That's a little whiny, but... Alright, good. So, here we are, myth number 4. Meditation means you have to find the perfect place to meditate. That you have to make a mood of meditation. In front of a waterfall with incense and a unicorn trotting around and somebody stroking your hair and playing the lute. Sick. Students of mine meditate in Berghain. And although sometimes that might seem the same, it's noisy and it's crazy and it's wild. Students of mine meditate in planes, trains, I want to say automobiles, but that's just a cliche. They meditate when they're just about to be auditioned, they meditate before they go out on dates, they meditate before events like tonight. If you understand how meditation works, you can come out of a meditation, no matter how crazy it was, and you can feel better, clearer, more ready to take it on. As Alan Watts said, if you can't meditate in a boiler room, you can't meditate. Not the boiler room. Okay, another one. I lost count. 5, that'll do. You have to be something to meditate. You do not, and you will not, become a mindless bliss bunny if you just meditate. You're not going to just be happy all the time, grinning and running through the daisies. Meditation isn't going to take away your stress. It's going to teach you how to be resistant, how to react to that stress better, but it isn't going to take that stress away. And I would never teach meditation if it did. Meditation isn't going to take out the gritty parts of your life. It isn't going to stop you from falling down sometimes. Once again, I wouldn't teach it if it did. But meditation will help you move from one gritty section in your life to another one faster. So you're not having the same problems over and over again, because that's boring. It's boring for you and it's boring for everybody else. Meditation will help you move through those things more. Easier. Now that we've kind of got an idea of what meditation is, and we can talk a little about what it is. A few years ago, I was being interviewed for radio, and the questions by the radio host were all laid out. They were there ready for me. I knew what I was going to answer to those questions. I was ready. But the DJ, the host, brought in a few of his own questions. And they took me by surprise. They were unexpected. And that one question was, what is meditation? It threw me off. Nobody had ever asked me that before. Because meditation is a blanket term. Just like art or sport, it covers a whole range of experiences. Like sport can be bowling or boxing. Meditation can be anything from singing to not singing, from focusing to not focusing at all. It can be so many things. How are you supposed to sum that all up in one go? So I thought for a moment. And then the host started prompting me. And then I thought a little bit more. And the host started pushing me. And after a while, I said that meditation is taking a moment's space to work out what is really going on. And what was really going on at that moment was that the radio show wasn't live. It was going to be edited. And whatever silly things I said, they were going to be recorded. They were going to keep those. But whatever I didn't say, they were going to cut out. At that time, taking a moment's pause to work out what is really going on was a good idea.